Right now, Lubbock police are searching for a man they say impersonated an officer, handcuffed a woman, and then robbed a game room. It's a busy Monday morning, getting straight to the headlines. Right now, the manhunt is on this morning for the driver who fled from the scene. And there are 8 days until the very last votes will be cast, deciding who our next president will be. Now, millions of people will vote early today, and you, of course, can do that at multiple locations all around town. An e-cigarette exploded in his pants yesterday. Check out this surveillance video. You'll see the man just sitting there when all of a sudden it looks like fireworks coming from his pocket. As a resource for all of us to stay really safe when conditions are like this. The snow is starting to fall again just in the last few minutes. Absolute heartbreak in this community today. The high school, the middle school, and the elementary school classes all canceled following the shock of politics on an airplane. Probably not a good idea. You're stuck with those people on this, and a fed-up pilot decided to settle a politically charged scuffle.
With
I'm gonna
garlic
get the
salt.
smallest one possible. This one doesn't have legs.
The legs get stuck in your teeth, so that's a
Yep,
good call.
I'm glad we didn't do legs. Now, before we go inside, I want to warn you, you may want to stop your wives from watching this.
Breaking news here in downtown Lubbock. I'm here on the corner of Broadway and Avenue J. Look beyond me. You can see all this flooding is coming from the middle of the road over there. About 2 a.m., Lubbock Fire Rescue responded to a house fire at this home behind me. We're over off of 94th.
Right now, police in Turkey are struggling to track down the gunman who killed at least 39 people at a nightclub in Istanbul, Turkey. He was caught on security camera shooting his way into the nightclub early Sunday morning. An 8-month-old is safe and sound, found inside this drainage ditch after being thrown from this car. Officials say she was ejected about 35 feet away. Listen. Walking through the corn maze, this is what you see. About 7 feet high, just corn, corn, and corn. But about 16 years ago, The Simpsons saw a much bigger picture than that. And now they host about 45,000 people every year.
Travel on down to Polka Dot Alley Boutique, which some of you are definitely familiar with. That's a store right here in Lubbock. But we decided to do it the fun way.
Oh gosh, are we really gonna do this?
Yes, Tori.
Oh
So,
my
okay,
gosh.
this is one of the products. If you come to Holiday Happenings, we should get a kickstart.
New details in a bus crash that is horrifying images. Now, amazingly, none of the injuries in this crash you're looking at here were life-threatening. We now know that a driver spilled a drink on herself and then sideswiped that school bus, causing it to roll over. There. Well, Shaylee, I've got to say, Steve's been teasing me all morning long. I actually have 4 pairs of pants on because preparation is definitely key, right? We can all agree on that. So let's take a look at what this snow's looking like. We've got these cold temperatures, but finally the snow to prove it. Really powdery right now. It's really fluffy. Driving, not too bad. Lubbock Police Department tells me that since from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., they've had a total of 15 accidents reported. Turkey and football, that'll be the main Thanksgiving headliners on the International Space Station. NASA astronaut Shane Kimbrough, the station's commander, is serving as the Thanksgiving chef. One of the many Halloween-themed attractions you can find here around the South Plains. Lots of work goes into this. So many actors putting on this production every night. We'll have more in just a few minutes. I can hear them. President Obama has declared a major disaster in 3 counties of Texas. One thing, think about it, chocolate and jelly beans are heavier than some other candies, but still half a pound for every person in America. That's a lot. I'm gonna hope I don't eat that much today.
This is so hard. This is my leg workout
It's
for
a
sure.
leg workout and an arm workout.
You guys have no idea.
So let's see, we're going by like a home decor booth. We're going by...
There's Tucker Brown.
So cute.
Dominic, give them a view, not of us. Emotionally and financially exhausting battle. This is a chance for a hometown to jump in their fight against HSP. Not as scary as you may think.
Yeah.
Spooky, not scary, right? That's what you guys are promising?
Absolutely. Spooky, not scary.
Alana told me if I support his body,
Yep.
You're good, you're good.
These people out here, they're in high spirits. Most of them have waken up now. I may or may not have something to do with that. I apologize to all of you in line, but take a look at this. This is the only tent here in the line. Breaking overnight, multiple Lubbock Police Department officers were on the scene in North Lubbock searching for 5 juveniles. Polls showing Donald Trump and Ted Cruz running neck and neck in that state as people are getting ready to cast the first vote. According to traffic over those police scanners, we think that some Lubbock Police airport officers may have boarded one of the aircrafts. I just got off the phone with police moments ago, and we hear that police are involved in some sort of ongoing situation, but the officer I spoke with did assure all of us that there is no threat or risk of danger to the public right now.
Cannon Air Force Base is home to about 6,000. They practice right here on the high plains.
After one person is killed and 9 others injured. That shooting happened on Bourbon Street around 1:30 this morning. Some 30 police were already in the area at the time of the shooting. The officers were all part of security detail for an event this weekend. Texas Tech hoping to close a long football season with a win this evening as the Red Raiders are facing Baylor at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Don't have an ID. Here I am, of course, braving the embarrassment, showing my own ID card. If you do not have a Texas issued, quite a miracle that she was not home at the time that it happened. My first question to that gentleman talking with us was, what are the odds it was electrical? A lot of us around this time of year, we have, Christmas trees plugged in.
We're on Facebook Live.
Oh, hey everybody.
So we just embarrassed ourselves. So since I'm really out of breath and out of shape, y'all take it away. Sharon, look how fun these ladies are. They're teaching me to do the washing machine. I'm not really succeeding, but it's definitely a lot of fun out here. 3 hours. Now we can see the damage that happened because of that water line break. Now, a few updates for those of you maybe getting in the car, getting ready to head. 3, 2. Whoa!
Did it hurt?
No, but that shook my whole body a lot more than I expected.
Yeah. Want to do it again?
That was awesome.
All right, ready?
All right.
They're
Cheers.
seasoned with what?
Garlic salt.
Okay, here we go. I feel like it's a pill and I can't swallow it.
We should have brought water.
Interesting. I'm so glad I live in the Western Hemisphere.
Good morning. If you've been watching Daybreak today, take a look. We've got an update on this confirmed water main break behind me. The water has stopped flowing. You can see that those gentlemen surrounding that circle there. That is an 8-foot by 10-foot hole in the ground because of that water pressure built in the water main underneath. It erupted sometime overnight, causing those bricks to just fly out. We'll see you all back here at 10 o'clock tonight. That's all our time for now. Have a great day. Breaking news this morning, like Steve says, very cold out here, but take a look. These gentlemen behind me, these firemen working to put out a house fire early this morning. It all happened about an hour ago, an hour and a half ago. Multiple fire departments were called here to the scene. You can see these gentlemen right now wrapping up the hose. I'll have more on that in a minute because actually water never went through that hose because of the complications due to the cold weather. But take a look over here. You can see that house. It's at the corner of 35th and Quaker. So side note, if you're getting ready to head out the door, please be careful along Quaker Avenue. You'll see a lot of emergency lights. We've got EMS out here, Lubbock Police Department, and a lot of firemen working. Right now, the smoke has fizzled out. There's no longer smoke coming from the top of that house, but I just found out from investigators that this was a vacant home. So good news to report there that they don't believe anyone was injured at this time because there was no one living there at the time of the fire. The cause is under investigation. And back to those struggles with the cold weather. Gentleman in this truck actually right behind me, he says that because of the freezing temperatures, because of the frozen water, they actually had to go to 3 fire hydrants before they were able to get water into the hose. Then once they had the hose spread out all along the area here, yards and yards away, hundreds of yards away, they decided actually not to put the water through the hose. So instead they're trucking it, or excuse me, they're getting it from the trucks instead of from the hydrants. Just part of the problems with these freezing temperatures. It's very cold out. You know that if you just step outside, so be careful today.
All right, thanks so much. Really dedicated fans this morning. Taylor.
Sharon, this is so much fun. These people out here, they're in high spirits. Most of them have waken up now. I may or may not have something to do with that. I apologize to all of you in line, but take a look at this. This is the only tent here in the line. This is Reagan. Reagan, you've been out here since what time yesterday?
I've been out here since 8 o'clock, so yeah.
Now, another thing I asked you, when did you decide, you know what, I'm going to go camp out for that new Selena Cosmetics line? Tell me that story.
I had called Dillard's because I had heard a rumor that they weren't going to sell it in the store, so as soon as I called them, they had said people were already going to start planning on camping out. So I had told the other girls, well, I might as well just go out and camp out too.
And you guys have a tent and everything. And another thing I asked, obviously Selena, we know she was tragically killed in '95. I asked Reagan how old she was. She actually, you weren't alive at the same time Selena was, but you still have, you know, you're out here. You camped out all night for a makeup line. Such an act of dedication. Mm-hmm. Explain to me how that came about in your life.
I mean, she's my whole childhood, you know. You grow up, you watch the movie, and you want to be Selena growing up. You want to look like Selena. You sing all the Selena songs. You learn the washing machine. Like, that is your whole deal. And my grandpa had such a big part of it because he was such a musical influence in my life, and he was the one who really pushed a lot of different Hispanic and Mexican music into me, so that's really a big part of it. Selena was my favorite.
All right, well, I'm going to send it back to you, Sharon, but I think I heard a lot of giggles here. I'm going to have to see the washing machine coming up in a few minutes. We'll send it back to you.
Thank you. It is now